5 examples of caretaking things to stop, and 5 starts to start to curve your behaviors from caretaking to actually being a loving and giving person to your relationships, to yourself, to your family, to your spouse, to your coworker. Here we go. Number 1, stop offering solutions. Stop saying sorry when you don't need to be saying sorry. Stop helping without being asked. Stop comforting people's emotions, and stop giving reasons and excuses for the decisions that you make. So here we go. These are the 5 examples of caretaking behaviors to stop, and then 5 new behaviors to start. Caretaking is directly rooted from a need to benefit myself. It is disguised and looks like I'm giving you a present, I'm being a caring, giving person, but it's actually for myself. So it looks like it's a nice thing to do, but it's actually enabling someone else's irresponsibility. I am now taking over, and it is to make myself feel good. So caretaking isn't this nice, generous thing that people are giving, but that is the lie that we tell ourselves that caretaking is giving. So examples of caretaking that this is not giving, this is caretaking as in, I'm going to get something out of this. So true giving has no strings attached. So first example of a caretaking behavior that I need to change is to stop offering solutions. Stop apologizing, stop helping, stop comforting other people's emotions, and stop with the excuses and reasons for the decisions that you make. So here we go. Why do I want to stop offering solutions? If there was not an ask, if that person did not vouch for themselves, they did not ask you for help, they didn't ask for a solution, it doesn't mean that I, as an over responsible person, I swoop in, rescue, and then offer your solution, give you a solution, give you advice. I'm not there to stand around you and then, fix your problem. That actually enables that person to not fix their problem, not take care of themselves. And it's over responsible of me to come to that side and offer and handle and have the solution. If I'm cold in the room, instead of saying, can someone turn the heat down? It's not my job to go over there and just say, I'll get the heat. It seems nice. But this is if you're a person that is trying to become really responsible, accountable for yourself. You want self-control. You don't want to feel like your body is spilling into other people's and your emotions are all entangled. And when you're in a room, you're feeling what they're feeling. This has to happen to become separate. Is I actually have to be really responsible for my own property lines, my own boundaries. And I need to stop offering things when someone hasn't asked. I have to let people start asking for what they need. I also need to be a person that needs to start asking for what I need as well. And that takes courage, that takes repetition, and that takes really putting in the effort and asking myself. But when I start to ask, I start to see who doesn't ask. I start to see myself in all those times where I'm like, I'm scared here, I don't want to ask. I start pushing myself through those barriers. I start asking myself. So I gain self-control by doing this small little change. But it feels big at the beginning. Another thing, stop saying sorry everywhere you go unless it is a sorry that you are really sorry for. So I used to do this a lot, especially in early recovery. I was sorry for existing. I was sorry when I walked into a room. I was sorry if something was out of line. I was sorry to take up space and exist as a human being. I was sorry to be me. And that was deep-rooted shame for my addiction, for things that I was holding since childhood, things that were unresolved. So what I practiced over the years was, first I had some awareness that I was just actively apologizing for no good reason at all. So one way to stop caretaking is to stop apologizing in all those places that you notice yourself apologizing. So what happens when I just apologize for the sake of apologizing, but I actually didn't do anything wrong? Like, sorry, my house is a mess. Sorry, my car looks like this. Sorry, I have kids. Sorry, I don't look really good today. Like, when I am saying sorry for those things, I'm actually asking your permission to accept me. I'm asking for you to give me the okay that I don't feel okay about something. Now, true responsibility and accountability means that I face those rejections. I give you the 100% choice to stay or leave or to accept me as I am or not, and face that truth. So this happens a lot for people. Like, people just automatically apologize for when someone comes over, they apologize for their house. Like, there might be a coffee cup on the counter. They're apologizing for it. Like, the mess does not have to be big or small. It's just, this is a habit that happens that has to stop if you don't want to be caretaking. But the thing is that I stop apologizing for stuff like that. So when my guest comes in my house and I just let things be. Let them judge my environment. Let them judge my hair today. Let them think what they want, say what they want, choose to be my friend or in close proximity of me, or let them 100% choose what they want to do instead of apologizing and trying to make it okay. I'm adding that cushion. So to stop caretaking, this is an act that can help curb this behavior, is by stop apologizing. And you'll start to notice you do it everywhere when you start to stop apologizing for everything. And I was a person that did this. I apologized for way too much, that I was just walking around being just apologetic for existing. But one thing I did is I stopped saying sorry unless I really was supposed to say sorry for something. Then it was like I was putting the right box, the right act in the right box. Like, everything's all messed up. So when I'm really sorry and apologetic for something, say I forgot to bring something to an event, or I forgot something and I'm sorry, then yes, I apologize. I make an amend. I have empathy. I really am sorry. And then I'm really not going to do that again. Then I say sorry. That's the only time that I'm supposed to be saying sorry for stuff, not sorry for being you. The other act of caretaking is helping, over-helping, filling the gaps, getting involved in someone else's business that isn't your business. So say a person looks like they're struggling with something and they look like they need help. If they didn't ask, don't get involved. The thing to do is, yes, I can help. If I genuinely can afford it, energetic-wise, money-wise, time-wise, if I feel like I really want to give a gift of my time, my love, my money, then helping is appropriate. But helping to foster an authentic relationship, helping to be noticed, to be liked, to have that person approve of you is not good. That is a form of caretaking. I'm getting in there, I'm fixing, I'm helping, I'm filling. That's not necessary for me if I want to have healthy, loving relationships in my life. And it's actually just it's deeply rooted for something in myself. So I need to let go of these behaviors. I need to help when it is appropriate for me. And if someone has asked, and there needs to be no strings attached, I have to really think about when I help someone, even if they scoff at it, even if they don't say thank you, is when it is appropriate to help. Genuinely helping is not making sure that transaction is fulfilled down the road one day. That, I just hope they notice. I just want them to say thank you. All I want is a nice thank you or some acknowledgement. Helping comes as no cost, is 100% gift that is given over with no strings attached. It cannot be recorded. There could be no scorekeeping. Helping is purely helping. So don't help unless you can really help in that way. But if it is helping to gain some kind of outcome, needing something from that person or that situation or something to turn out another way, then that is to benefit yourself. So that's not true helping, but it looks like helping. This is caretaking. Another example of caretaking, this is number 4, is comforting people's emotions. When you don't really like their emotions, or you've had to cancel something, or you've had to change the plan, and then this person gives a judgmental answer or a reaction, and they're like, oh, you did it again, or I can't believe it, or, whatever their emotion is they're having an emotion. And to not caretake means, I've just canceled my event, I've just canceled my thing, or I'm not going to make it at this time. Then it's just, I don't continue on talking to them for 5 minutes to make sure that they're okay again emotionally. The point would be to let that person have that space, have the floor, have the feeling. That is actually more of an act of kindness, to let that person go through their experience and to not be attached to them in their experience, and to have 2 separate experiences. Like, the same thing has happened. The thing has been canceled. I'm letting the person know they can have their feelings and I can have my feelings. The point is that I don't bring all of my equipment over there and my feelings to caretake them until they're feeling okay. As in, like, oh, I'm so sorry that happened. I just really had to cancel, and I'm sorry that you feel that way, and want to be okay. Why don't we just do this instead? And why don't we just go there instead? And hey, look on the bright side. This is going to be coming early. When you're spending all that energy and it's all just driven to make that person feel better, it's driven to make them feel better, which is taking away their chance to take care of themselves and learn something and feel something. And then I'm leaving myself in that process. And then it's actually, when I'm going over to that side, it's actually just to make myself feel better. Even though it looks like I'm trying to make you feel better, it's actually a sign that I'm uncomfortable with you being uncomfortable with the cancellation that I did, with the decision that I've made. This is, I'm uncomfortable, so I'm trying to make you comfortable so I can feel better again. That's caretaking. I must not do that. Now, in healthy relationships, though, you need empathy, you need validation. I can't only have validation from that person, but I can give some validation and I can give empathy. But it comes to the point of, like, I can say a few things, but I can't be in charge of the whole job of making that person feel emotionally okay again, that something didn't go the way that I thought it was going to go. The plan didn't happen the way I thought the plan was going to go. It's not my job to go over there with everything and make it all better again. So to be separate of self, I am still with this person and care. I care, I love, but I am not going over there and doing the job. I'm letting that person be their person. And when I do that, I let me be the person I'm supposed to be. I stay within myself. I'm my person. So this is like taking ownership of myself, but it also means I detach from the other people's position in their life and let them take care of themselves. We can still be around each other. We just do not need to be all enmeshed together. The last one here is giving excuses and reasons for the decisions that you make. This is to feel better about my decisions. So say that I had an appointment, and say the daycare girl cancels. Sorry, I can't come today. It's like, right before school, time to go to school. Like, say it's the worst time, whatever it is. So the person goes, I can't make it because, and then gives all of the reasons why, and then they send pictures, they send excuses. They're looking for the validation. So the point here is that say the thing that you need to say, the decision that you need to make, and then mic drop. Like, that's it. There doesn't actually have to be a reason or excuse for the decisions that you make. Sorry, I can't make it there. Sorry, I can't come today. Sorry that this isn't going to work for me. We're going to have to make a different time. So the point here is that I don't say why. I don't give a reason. I don't explain my amazing great excuse for not making that thing today. I just already have the right to not make that thing today. My obligation is to communicate that I can't be there, that I'm going to have to do a rain check, that I can't do the daycare today. That's my obligation, is to communicate. My obligation, though, to that person isn't to have a good enough reason to do the thing that I need to do. The thing that I need to do already is the good enough reason. So I take my power back by stop asking people permission for my life. By stop saying, is my reason good enough for you to allow me to not have daycare today? Why am I putting all of my power in someone else's hands when it's my life to live? I'm in charge of my life. Like, this is a real deep level of accountability. So if I want to start making changes in my life and I want to stop being a caretaker, this is one of the things, is stop saying things with excuses. So this can go for like work emails. This can go for school emails. Text to the co-parent, like text to your friend, like, hey, mind if we start at 7 today? Because blah, blah, blah. No, it's like cancel out all the becauses. Cancel out the whys. Just say the information and then mic drop. That is your power in these moments. You take your power back, you become a way more sincere person that is in charge of themselves. If you start doing these things, people will start treating you different. And I've been working on these things in my life, but changing all these little behaviors really sets a tone. And when you're consistent, you're creating a new character for yourself, a strong version of yourself that is self-validating, self-comforting, that is available to yourself and to others, not apologizing for existing, not offering solutions in places where people didn't ask. So that's conserving your energy. You're not going to be as an exhausted person by doing all this pouring out to places that didn't require it, don't need it, and it's not your job. So it's like keeping your energy in and then responding to life very carefully with where, and making sure that it isn't a self-seeking behavior, that it isn't to benefit myself. And it's actually an act of kindness to start letting people live their own lives. Let them have their own mistakes, their own consequences. Let them make the call for them. You make the call for you. So this is great stuff to work on if you can do it. These are the 5 things I came up with, 5 examples. And so working on these just really get your mind like shifting into like, how am I operating? How can I change? Where can I change? What can I stop here and start doing this? So, hey, I'll do it one more time. We have 5 things to stop, 5 things to start. We're going to stop offering solutions where nobody asked. Stop apologizing for existing. Stop helping stop helping with the need for a thank you. You may help if you can afford it. You may help if someone asks for your help. It's to stop filling in. Stop helping wherever, to be needed and loved in a relationship. No more caretaking. Stop comforting. And I think this is more like over comforting. Validating and empathy is okay. It's just stop taking care of other people's emotions. Let them have the emotions. You have to create the invisible wall. 2 separate people, 2 separate lives, 2 separate emotions. Okay. And then the last one is no more excuses, no more reasons for the decisions that you make. Your decisions that you make for you are good enough just for you because you want to, without an excuse. It's your life, so start owning your life. Thanks so much, guys. And I'm glad you're here. So see you at the next one. Bye.